In life, you have to make decisions. That's what we do each week on Dog Post with our weekly picks. I'm going to throw some curveballs at the guys, but let's go through these. There's some big games this weekend. Ryan in the middle, starting first. Texas and Oklahoma, the Red River Rivalry. You can't say it fast 3 times and get it right. But who do you have in this game?
Going Sooners, man. I think I'm going Oklahoma. Look, they can score with anybody in the country, right? You put up 73 points, can't ignore that. I think Dylan Gabriel has been one of the best quarterbacks in the country this year. I don't think Texas has played someone as good as Oklahoma, just point blank, at least offensively. And I think this could be a shootout type of game, plus 6.5 in that. I'll take that all day.
Matt.
Yeah, I think Texas's defense is just good enough to get enough stops to win this game. I think Texas at times looks like the best team in the country. They're rolling right now. Biggest game of the season for them. I think they're going to come out hot, and I think they can win by a touchdown or more, Dean.
I'll take the Horns as well. I just think they're better than Oklahoma, who is not bad. LSU travels to Missouri in a battle of one team has 2 losses and the other one's undefeated. And I bet, Matt, you did not think that would be Missouri. They are 6.5 point dogs at home. Tell me what's going to happen.
I think Missouri can absolutely win this game. I think they're going to cover. They're playing really well. They're going to put up a lot of points on this LSU defense that has just given up points left and right. We keep hearing how tough it is to go on the road in the SEC noon game. I think LSU could sleepwalk through this game. And, that's a lot of points for a home team that's undefeated. Love Luther Burden, have since high school. Georgia wanted him badly, and he's killing it this year. I think Missouri's going to cover, and I think they could win the game, Ryan.
Yeah, I got to go with Missouri to cover. It's a lot of points at home. LSU is just not who we thought they were. They're not as good as a team as everyone thought they were. They give up too many points. Missouri is playing well. I think they're ranked now, right?
Yes.
I mean, they have gone under the radar this season, and we know that really good teams can have a tough time up there. And so I'm going to go with Missouri. Give me the points.
So I don't like LSU right now for a lot of reasons. Defensively, just bad. Collapsing against Florida State, whatever that was against Ole Miss. I will take the Tigers and the points. It's a lot of points. Alabama travels to Texas A&M. The Tide are not quite a field goal favorite for what we've got. I like Alabama in this game. I think that they are going to be who winds up in Atlanta from the West. I'm not sure everybody thought that a couple of weeks ago, but here we are. And tell me what you think, Matt.
I went back and forth on this one. I kind of still am. On the road at A&M, they've been playing better since getting kind of embarrassed by a Miami team that doesn't look too bad anymore. I think Alabama's the better team, so I think they go on the road and win the game. I think it's going to be tough to score points for either team. Low-scoring game, but I think Alabama covers on the road, Ryan.
Yeah, the line was just 2.5 is not that many points. It was enough for me to feel pretty confident about Alabama going in there and winning by all they got to do is win by a field goal. They're just the better team. I think that things are starting to pick up for them a little bit. I think they're a team that we're going to look back on in a few weeks and be like, wow, they were just much worse at the beginning of the season. Doesn't mean I think they're an absolutely true contender, and I still think that's being weeded out. But 3 points at Texas A&M, that's a small enough line for me.
Make sure you're checking out our friends at Eco Poly. They're going to give you 15% off any item that you order. You're seeing the rocking chair right here that I use all the time as I record. Ryan and I were in Eastman the other day checking out. I mean, they've got a lot of stuff coming. So make sure that you're checking out the link down below. Christmas is not that far away. These are great gifts. It's exactly what you want this holiday season. It's a little early to start talking about holiday, but whatever. Matt, don't be judgy, Matt, about when I start talking about Christmas. Hey, speaking of, I don't know, it's not a great transition, but Notre Dame is a religious school, so we'll go there. Notre Dame is going to go on the road at Louisville. Matt, what's going to happen to that game? They are a touchdown favorite.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's going to cover this. I think they are a better team for going down to Durham and beating Duke the way they did, coming from behind. We all watched that game together. Solid running game. I think they've got the better quarterback. Louisville's playing well. They came from behind and beat NC State on the road last Thursday night, but I think Notre Dame's the better team, and I think they're going to play well. not a super road game. I mean, they're just going one state south. It's not a lot of travel. I think Notre Dame wins the game, and I think they cover that -7, Ryan.
Yeah, I've got the Irish too, winning by a touchdown here. I don't think they have too hard time with that. Both of these teams just had to survive last week, and NC State really shot themselves in the foot there at the end of that Louisville game. But Notre Dame, kind of in a bounce back, two really emotional games the last 2 weeks. I don't think this one's quite as dramatic.
So I do think it will be as dramatic. I'm going to take Louisville against the spread. Now, don't get too excited. It's going to be 4 straight night games for the Irish, bookended by Ohio State and SC. One of those is one of their, obviously their huge rival in SC. But I think Louisville's got enough to hang around. I do not think they will win this game. So it's just what it is. Give me Louisville against the line. Arkansas really needs to win a game. I'm not sure that happens this week against Ole Miss. In fact, I'll take the Rebels to cover. I don't really like either of these guys, to be honest with you. I've just seen too many games not great from both these teams. Ryan, you're on the clock. Are the Hogs going to get it together? Well, just tell us about the 11 points. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, and I hesitated with it a little bit, but I'm with you. I've got Ole Miss covering the spread at home. Last week, look, that's what you live for in college football, or shootouts like that sometimes, that they got against LSU last week. I think an easier task for them this time around, but the SEC West can get funky, but I'm going out on a limb saying they're going to cover the 11.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to agree with y'all again. A lot of points, but Ole Miss at home, I think their defense gets just enough stops to cover this. Bad times right now in Fayetteville, unfortunately, for our good friend Sam Pittman. But, I think Ole Miss gets the job done. I think they cover at home.
Okay, so this is sort of a Dog Post special. We missed this because of a late cover. It was nasty last week, Matt. Fresno's going to go to Wyoming. Now, if you don't know a lot about Wyoming, that becomes a very high elevation game. Fresno, obviously, from a valley, so they're going way up in the clouds. These two teams are 9-1 combined, if I'm not mistaken. So they're very solid teams right now. Wyoming is getting 5 points at home against the Fresno Bulldogs.
Yeah, I almost wanted to pick Wyoming, but I can't. I like this Fresno team. On the road, it's going to be tough up there. I think 8 p.m. What is it? 5, 6 o'clock out there. So it's still kind of a night game.
I actually don't know. I'm sorry to talk over you. I don't know if
That'd
Wyoming is mountain. I will check it right now.
That'd be mountain time for sure.
I think a lot of people are picking Wyoming to win this game. Fresno's a good team. We know that. I think they can go up and win by a touchdown. I'm still riding that Fresno State train, Ryan.
Look, I'm going to ride the train too, just because the line is a lot smaller than last week, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I did my research on Wyoming. This is off a feeling. I get the Bulldogs.
You picked who now?
Fresno State, man.
All right. I mean, unfortunately, I'm going to go with them as well. I'm not liking how we're agreeing on this. That's a 6 o'clock local game. Of course, Georgia will be in the midst of their game with Kentucky. During this time. Arizona is going to go to SC at 10:30. So this is the game immediately following Georgia and Kentucky. It is not a matchup of ranked teams like the Dogs and Cats. Arizona is getting 17 against an SC team that just nearly collapsed on the road, Ryan, at Colorado.
Yeah, I don't care about that too much, man. I think that Caleb Williams is. I trust in Caleb Williams. I trust in that USC offense enough to beat a team like Arizona by at least 17 points. I think easy cover for the Trojans. Easy cover.
Yeah, too much Caleb Williams. They're going to score a lot in this game, I think. And at home, at night, I think that defense can step up and play a little bit better. I'm going to take the Trojans to cover as well.
I have not made my pick on this one, right? So I'll take SC as well. I have a few standing rules. Double-digit home conference underdogs and Arizona schools. Don't like, I think you have to know what you're doing in both of those situations. Kentucky and Georgia, the Dogs are hovering just above a 2-touchdown favorite in this game. I want to go to Matt first. Matt, Georgia, a 14.5-point favorite over Kentucky. ESPN 7 o'clock at night in Sanford Stadium.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cats here. Always a tough, kind of physical game. If Kentucky can get that run going even a little bit, this game could go by a little quicker than most think. That's a lot of points. And I like Kentucky to cover in this game. I think it's like 27-17. I think Georgia wins by double digits. But if we're going 14.5, I'm going to take Kentucky here, Ryan.
I've gotten Georgia wrong every single time this year, so I don't think I've hit a single time with Georgia, and I've taken them to cover every time. This is the first time I'm not going to take them to cover. I think 14.5 is a little much, just because they're going to chew a lot of clock, man, if they can run successfully, and I think it's going to be hard for Georgia to separate themselves that much, without them getting some turnovers. Maybe that does happen. Maybe this is the week I'm proven wrong or proven right. Opposite way. I don't know however you want to put that. But Cats 14.5.
So you pick Kentucky as well, right?
Yeah.
So I'm on the call with a bunch of cowards right now. This is the lowest line that Georgia's had to cover against the Cats in Athens since 2009, a game they lost. So yeah, that's right. So it was 21.5, 24, 22.5, 17, 26.5, and then 30.5 in 2011. They barely won that game, but they did win it. Look, I don't think this is a good matchup for Kentucky. There's a lot of different reasons why I'm taking Georgia. I believe I was the only one that correctly predicted that they would not cover against Auburn on the road. So if there's no. I love Ryan's head nod like it was nothing. You got something to say for yourself?
Man. Scoreboard. I'm ahead on this stuff.
Yeah, but not last week on that particular game.
Not
on that particular game. Listen, I don't think it's a great matchup for Kentucky. Who here thinks Kentucky can win this game? Like, what percent chance, Matt, do you think there is that they win the game?
Like 25%.
Okay, the line would dictate that your number there is a little high. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I was going to go about 30%.
That's really high for a team that's a 2-touchdown dog. That's typically around 15-ish%. But anyway, I like Georgia in this game, and there's a couple of reasons why. I wrote about it in Final Feelings. Make sure you're checking that out over on the website and looking at y'all. I've got the monitor way down here. I should be having it. I should have it up here. This is YouTube 101 for those of you following along at home. Anyway, I'll take the Dogs. I will not be the coward of the bunch, but that's okay. We've got two cowards represented. They have to be. There's got to be a representative of the cowards, and this week Matt and Ryan are going to be there. Thanks, guys.